Welcome to Amari Educates, where mathematics is made easy. In this video, we're going to study about addition of fractions. But before that, please subscribe, like, and share this video. For our first part, we're going to focus on a fraction with similar denominators. Let's have our first example. Add and simplify, if possible, 3 over 7 and 1 over 7. Again, if the denominators are the same, we don't have much problem. What we do only is copy the denominator. And then focus on the numerator by performing the operation. So 3 plus 1 will give us 4 over 7. Check if you can still simplify 4 over 7. We cannot simplify that, so that will be our final answer. Let's have another one. Add and simplify 2 over 10 and 3 over 10. Again, the denominators are the same, so we don't have a problem. All we need is just copy the denominator. And focus now on the numerator, that is 2 plus 3 will give us 5 over 10. But when we check this one, we notice that it can still be simplified by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 5. So our final answer will be 1 over 2 or 1/2. Okay? Let us continue. Before we go to the next part, which has a different denominators, we have to check, or we have to learn first how to get the least common denominator. This is similar to the idea of the LCM, or least common multiple. Let's start with our first one. Find the least common denominator of 1 over 6 and 1 over 8. So we'll focus on the denominators 6 and 8. So how to get the least common denominator? We have to check which number I could use, or we could use, to divide 6 and 8. Can you divide 6 and 8 by 2? If your answer is yes, therefore we're going to use that. And then use that to divide 6 and 8. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is how it looks like. Now, you don't stop yet. You have to check first if you could still divide this by other numbers. Can you divide 3 and 4 by a specific number? 2, 3, 4? None. Therefore, we will stop. And then we will going to get these numbers here. So what we're going to do next is just to multiply them. So the 2 times 3 times 4 are these numbers is equal to 24. 24 will be our LCD, or the least common denominator. Okay? Let's have the next one. Find the LCD of 1 over 9, 1 over 6, 1 over 9, and 1 over 12. Again, let's put it here. Now let us check. What common number among the 3 can you think of? Or what number can you divide all these 3? If your answer is 3, you are correct. I could divide 6 by 3, 9 by 3, and 12 by 3. So the answer will be 2, 3, and 4. Again, as I have mentioned, you do not stop. You have to check again. Can you divide every digit here by 2? I could divide by 2 this number 2, but I could not divide it by the number 3 cannot be divided by 2. But the number 4 can be divided by 2. If there are at least a pair of numbers where you could reduce to a smaller number by dividing to a certain number, then you have to continue. Otherwise, you stop. So, since I could still simplify 2 and 4, I will let 3 be. So, let's put 2. So, this will look like, when we divide, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Again, I did not divide 3 by 2, so I will just copy it. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. And when we check this again, we cannot further reduce them, or there's no common among the 3, or at least the pair of numbers. Okay? So, our numbers that we have to consider are the 3, 2, 1, 3, and 2. So, we multiply them. The result is 36. This means that our LCD is 36. Again, you have to master the idea of getting the LCD so that you're not going to have difficulty in finding or adding fraction with different denominators. Now, let's start with fractions with different denominators. So, we're going to add 5 over 6 and 1 over 9. Again, the denominators are not the same. So, the first step is we need to find the LCD. So, this is how it looks like. The 6 and the 9 can be divided by 3. And the answer will be this. So, we cannot further divide this by a certain number, so we'll stop. So, our LCD will be 18. Now, I want you to focus on the next step. Notice that I put space here because I need to put something here. Actually, the question is, how will you make 6 18? What number you will multiply here? The same here. How will you make 9 18? What number should you multiply here? Because our LCD is 18. Or, you could do this. 18 divided by 6, put it here. And 18 divided by 9, you put it here. Whatever you put down here, you should also put up there. Let us see. There are the numbers. So 18 divided by 6 gives us 3. You also put 3 there. 18 divided by 9 gives us 2. You also put 2 here. So our new expression will look like this. 5 times 3 is 15 all over 18. Plus 2 times 1 is 2 and 9 times 2 is 18. Now that the denominators are the same, this will become easy for us. So we just focus on the numerators. So I have here 5 plus 2 is 17 all over the denominator 18. Okay? Let's have one more. 5 over 12 plus 3 over 8. The denominators are not the same. We need to find the LCD. So, here, how it looks like. So, 12 and 8 will be placed here. Again, we will think of a number that could divide 12 and 8. The answer is 4. Then, let's find the answer. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. If you check this one, you'll notice that you cannot have a number that is common to them. Okay? So, we will stop there. So the numbers that we need are 4, 3, and 2, which will give us an LCD of 24. Again, what I did is 24 divided by 12, put it here, and the answer here, and 24 divided by 8, you put it here, the answer, and your answer also here. So this is how it looks like. So 24 divided by 12 is 2. You also multiply 2 there. 24 divided by 8 is 3. You also multiply 3 there. So our new expression will be 5 times 2 is 10, and 12 times 2 is 24, plus 3 times 3 is 9, and 8 times 3 is 24. Denominators are the same, so let's focus now on the numerator. So 10 plus 9 will give us 19 all over the denominator, which is 24. Okay? Okay. At this time, what we're going to do is to check if you understood the lesson. Let us check your understanding. Okay, add 2 over 5 and 1 over 5. Timer starts now. Time is up. The answer is 3 over 5. Let's have our next problem. Add and simplify 3 over 10 and 3 over 10. Timer starts now. Time is up. And the answer is 3 over 5. Okay? Now at this time, I'm going to give you ample time to find the LCD of the following numbers or fraction. Okay? Let us start. You may pause the video if you need more time. Let's have 5 more seconds. Okay, time is up. Let's have your answer for the first one. 2 over 3 and 1 over 6. The LCD is 6. 4 over 9 and 5 over 6. The LCD is 18. 2 over 15 and 1 over 20. The LCD is 60. And 1 over 4, 2 over 3, and 1 over 6. The LCD is 12. Okay? Now this time, let us continue with the similar fraction. Add and simplify 1 over 5 and 7 over 10. Time starts. Time is up. And the answer is 9 over 10. Let's have one more. Add and simplify 1 over 6 and 3 over 8. Start the time. Time is up. The answer is 13 over 24. Let's have our final problem. Add and simplify 1 over 3 and 1 over 4 and 1 over 12. Let's start the time. Time is up. And the final answer for this one is 2 over 3. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Remember, it is cool being wise. Have a nice day, everyone.